There was a time when owning a horse was not just transportation, it was status, power, wealth. Families built legacies on the backs of horses, breeding them, trading them, polishing their coats like silver. And there was no horse more prized, more luxurious than the white horse. Gleaming, unblemished, a creature that almost glowed when the sun struck it at dawn. To own a white horse meant you belonged to the world of kings and knights, merchants and conquerors. The horse was currency. It was capital. It was the first engine of empire. A single horse could raise a family name. A stable of them could build a dynasty. But beneath the glory was labor. To keep a white horse pure, someone had to brush every strand of hair, wash every speck of dust, tend every wound. Purity was not just beauty, it was discipline, care, devotion. A white horse was not just born in shining, it was maintained in shining like a soul maintained by care of prayer. Knights rode white horses, and I am here before you as one, a knight of God's mighty love, divine power, and ever presence. This isn't just poetry, this is alignment. My high school mascot was a knight. Before I ever knew the language of prophecy, life was already whispering, you were born to ride, not for war of swords, but for a war of spirit. Not to conquer lands, but to conquer despair, apathy, and unbelief. But we must tell the whole truth. While knights rode horses, slaves did not. Their descendants, my people, did not ride, but were ridden. Not given reins, but given chains. And even today, the world of horses, equestrian sport, horse racing, breeding, is a world that barely sees black hands. Not because of lack of love or lack of longing, but because of lack of access. Capital locked the gates. Capitalism, like cancer, only knows how to grow, not how to heal, not how to share. Capitalism has no virtue. Its only commandment is profit. But we who follow the rider on the white horse, we take the tools of this world, even capitalism, and bend them toward heaven. We use industry to feed the hungry. We use business to heal broken cities. We use money to build sanctuaries, not empires. We use our voice to immortalize the glory of God. Because evil will never prevail, and Babylon will always fall. But the white horse, the true white horse, will remain faithful and true. The true white horse will ride on. Revelation 19 is our cornerstone. Heaven opens, the sky is torn like a veil, and there, standing, breathing, alive, is the rider on the white horse, faithful and true. Eyes like fire, robe dipped in blood, armies behind him, also on white horses. This is not gentle poetry, this is war. There's a rhythm God is teaching me to hear, a rhythm of a horse in full gallop. In music they call it a galloping rhythm. An eighth note, then two 16th notes. Boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Like hooves pounding the earth. Like a heart in distress. Like armor rattling before battle. Doctors call it a sign of trouble when the heart beats this way. A galloping heart means something is wrong. The body is crying out, prepare. Something is failing. And isn't it the same with our world? We hear our cities in the injustice, in the fracturing of peace, a galloping rhythm, a warning pulse. Babylon is sick. Babylon is dying. The same rhythm lives in heavy metal music, fast, relentless, distorted like smoke and steel. I never listen to heavy metal music, but maybe I should. Because it's the sound of metal clashing, armor on armor, sword on shield. Heavy metal sounds like conflict, because knights were clothed in metal. It sounds like war, because it is war. It sounds like the earth crying out, hammered like iron on an anvil, reshaped by fire. It is not peaceful. It resists comfort. It shakes the walls of apathy. It burns like Elijah's altar after God sent fire, consuming the sacrifice, the stones, the water, and every doubt. It is a sound that says, choose this day who you will serve. So I say, mount your horses and ride, not with swords of steel, but with the word of God. For Revelation 19 says, from his mouth comes a sharp sword with which to strike down the nations. This is a spiritual war against despair, greed, idolatry, Babylonian philosophy, against the lie that capitalism is king, against the lie that power belongs to those with money or pedigree. No, power belongs to the rider who is faithful and true.